Welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews, everyone. I'm going to be doing my spoiler review for Shang-Chi. As I said in my spoiler-free review, there are non-overt woke moments in this movie. However, there are slight, possibly considered woke moments in this movie. Also, the Mary Sue moment in this movie is a real stupid one, but also doesn't bog down the movie too much. I mean, hell, even the character played by Aquafina, Katie, actually admits as much, that it was kind of a Mary Sue-ish moment without saying it. She's like, I'd never shot a bow and arrow before, but I freaking had a dead-on shot. I'm like, oh my god. Digital effects in this movie are hit and miss. You got some that are actually very good, some that are not. A freaking headless, crazy, weird, mythical beast is in this movie that is just really weird. As is Trevor Slattery, the fake Mandarin from Iron Man 3. Yeah, he's back and completely useless. As I said in my spoiler-free review, any character who is not Asian in this movie, they're dumbed down. They're literally made to be less smarter than any Asian character in this movie. And it's truly stupid because, well, it's unnecessary. One example is the friends who are not Asian. How they just seem... It just seems intentional that they're not as smart as anybody else, you know? And the Abomination, I thought his new look was okay, except that I would have his eyes, like, either completely black or go green, like in the Hulk movie, you know? I just feel that was also a wasted opportunity. That way you would have had a sense of evolution from the Abomination instead of just having him redone, you know? The fight choreography in this movie is actually very good. I actually enjoy this movie, for the most part. However, there are parts that do seem a little bit weird and unwelcome. But for the most part, moviegoer-wise, this movie is a 10 out of 10. There's very little wrong with it. It's not overtly woke. They do love to remind people that they are Asians, like every other freaking scene. The time jumps, like in the past, I wish they would do more about giving the years when these are all going on, because honestly, that would be more comprehensive. But for the most part, the movie was good. The only problem is, I also didn't like is that they nerfed the Mandarin. This dude is seriously a high-class villain in the Marvel Universe. He is not to be trifled with, even if he doesn't have his 10 rings. Not bracelets, but rings, you know. He is still a very dangerous person. He knows every form of martial arts. He's mastered all of the forms of martial arts in the 1,000 years that he's been alive. The 10 rings only give him supernatural abilities plus elongated life or everlasting life. I think that this movie does have hit and miss moments. But when you nerf a character like the Mandarin and then also kill him in this movie, I wasn't a fan of that. It's like, you just killed somebody who is seriously known to be a very unkillable character. I mean, what were you thinking? he could have easily been used later on. Then we get to the end of the movie where Shang-Chi and his friend Katie are brought into the Sanctum Sanctorum with the 10 rings, and it's like, they're talking about the connection with the Eternals, basically, is what I'm guessing this is going to lead to. And then they're like, your lives are about to be turned upside down for the better. You must prepare. Yeah, we should probably prepare. Or, and then they have Wong and them singing Hotel California in a freaking karaoke bar. It was a very serious moment with Captain Marvel and a suspiciously non-hulked out Bruce Banner, who was Professor Hulk because he turned himself permanently into the Hulk in Endgame, but weird. Yeah, that was also a problem. But then they just changed the whole dynamic of the scene by putting them in that fucking karaoke bar, and it was just so stupid. Also, what was Brie Larson's real need in this scene? I didn't really see anything that was needed. It was just dumb attempts at humor. The last scene where Shang-Chi's sister is taking over the 10 rings, that you might actually ring in as possibly woke. Because it has to have a girl's touch, and girls can do it better. And she even says, I watched all the boys train it so I could be better at it and do it better. Well, what are you, fucking Taskmaster? No, you're not. Taskmaster's a guy. Anyway, folks, that's going to be the spoiler review. Those are basically the main gripes. But other than that, I actually enjoyed the movie. I really did. I'll fully fucking admit it. Does it mean that I really like the direction that the MCU is going? No. There are problems with it. But this movie was enjoyable. Anyway, that's going to be the video, folks. You all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What did you think of this review? Have you seen Shang-Chi? What are your thoughts? Anyway, folks, this has been Orange Chat Reviews. Stay humble.